Hello friends, and welcome to Unit 3E of our factorization series. So here we are taking a look at factorization and inequality, how we can use factorization to bail ourselves out in problems that has to do with inequality. Alright, so I'm not teaching inequality here, I'm just showing us how to use factorization to solve inequality. Here we'll be solving this particular question 2, which says find the range of values of s which satisfy the inequality, that is this inequality, just like you can see it on your screen. So we are solving question 2. By now I believe we have our writing materials and we are set for the class. I will be with you in a moment.
Just how you love me so.
Alright, here is the question again. Find the range of values of s which satisfy the inequality, just like you can have it on your screen. And the first step you're going to take is you're going to square the two denominators and add their product to both sides. So we're having two denominators, one on this side and the other one on this side. You square both of them, you square each of them and put it that way. Then the product of their squared value is what you multiply by both sides. So this is the first one and this is the second one. According to the instruction, you square both of them, or let me say each of them rather. So after that, this product, that is the product of the first squared value and the product of the second squared value. Alright, so this is what I'm having on the left hand side, multiplied by the squared values. Then bring down the inequality sign. What I'm having on the right hand side, multiplied by the squared values as well. Remember, these are my squared values. Now I want to simplify. Here is a denominator that has a value here up here. So if I should simplify, this denominator goes and this square up here also will go. I believe you understand that principle. And here is x minus 3. X minus 3 here goes and this square also goes. Alright? Okay, so let me effect that, and the square here goes and this one is no longer in effect. Coming down to this side, here is x minus 3 and I need to also get rid of this square. So x minus 3 also is no longer in effect. So let me bring down all that I'm having here now. I'm having x minus 1, x minus 2 and x minus 3 squared. Then greater than, I'm having x minus 2, this value, because x minus 3 is already gone. I'm having x minus 2 and x minus 3. I believe what I did is understood. Okay, so what do I need to do? This is an inequality sign, okay, and I can treat it as equality sign. How? Everything on this right hand side, I can bring it together to join what is on the right hand side. So everything here is just one term. So they are all carrying positive. Let's assume they are all carrying positive. Okay, so bringing that to this side, they will all be carrying negative. Okay, so I need to just rearrange. So I'm having this, then these values on this side, they need to cross the inequality sign, and now they are coming down with a negative sign, everything here. Then my inequality sign is down here. Then what am I having on the right hand side now is going to be 0, just like you see it. Sorry, I'm not doing a full explanation of inequality here. Okay, I should actually explain the reason for the squared values. Oh, but that's not why I'm here. Okay, I have a target. So when I get there, like when I'm teaching inequality in proper, we'll deal with it. So can we factorize the essence of this teaching? Can we factorize? Let's see. So here is x minus 1. Do we have x minus 1 on this side? No. X minus 1 is not common. So here is x minus 2. Do we have x minus 2 on this side? I think yes. So here is x minus 1 and here is another x minus 1. In fact, we have up to 3 x minus 1 raised to the power of 3 here. That's super, but we just have one common. Okay? We just have one common. I believe you get what I'm doing. This is a value, this is another value. So I'm picking the common factors to both values. Okay? So x minus 2 is there, x minus 2 is there. I can have one here, I can also have one here. So The x minus 2 is already out. Let's look out for any other common factor again. Here is x minus 3 raised to the power of 2, and here is x minus 3. So x minus 3 is also common to both of them. Just one x minus 3. So I'm bringing it out also, and looking out for any other thing that is common. I'm not sure there is. So if there is not, then let's bring out a square bracket. Let's bring up this square bracket for factorization, and let's see how we can factorize. So I'm bringing up this bar to help us do our factorization easier and to make it more understandable. So here is a value here, the value on this side that I want to factorize with x minus 2, x minus 3. So bringing in my factor, what I'm doing is not strange. So here is x minus 2, here is x minus 2. So here x minus 2 cancels the x minus 2. Here is x minus 3, here is x minus 3 squared. So if x minus 3 squared goes, then it means that this squared will also be affected. Okay? So x minus 3 gone, this square is affected. So coming here, x minus 2 and x minus 2 cancel each other. They're gone. So I'm just left with x minus 1 and x minus 3 right here in the brackets. And that's what I'm going to be having. X minus 1, x minus 3 is what I'm having right now in this bracket after factorizing. The next thing is to write the next value minus all these things there. That's the next value. I still want to divide it by these factors I brought out. Okay, as simple as that. So here is x minus 2, x minus 2. Here is x minus 3. Here is another x minus 3. Okay, so what do I have here? X minus 3 goes for this x minus 3. And this x minus 2 also goes for this x minus 2. So what am I having left? So I'm having x minus 2 squared. Okay, that's what I'm having. So I'm bringing down this negative. This negative is here already. And I'm bringing down x minus 2 squared. That's what I have in my factorization. So bringing in or closing my square bracket, that's what I'm having. Then it's greater than 0. So what's the next thing? The next thing I have to do is let me simplify all I'm having in my square brackets. So simplifying what we have in the bracket. Let me simplify this term first. If I open this, if I should expand these two factors, I'm going to have this s squared minus 4s plus 3. That's expansion. I have a video on expansion. Go watch it so that you know how I got this. I'm suggesting it's right here on your screen. Now, bringing in this minus and to expand this, x minus 2 squared. That means x minus 2 multiplied by x minus 2. What do I have? I'm having s squared minus 4s plus 2. Please close the brackets and bring in the square brackets. Is greater than 0. Okay, so with that done, if I should simplify this square bracket, I want to subtract every value here from what I have outside there. Remember, there is a negative here. So with this negative, here is also s squared in the bracket. With this negative, this s squared and this s squared already goes for each other. They cancel each other. Here is minus 4s and here is another minus 4s. Because of this negative, they cancel each other already. Maybe you expand the brackets yourself, this bracket, expand it yourself, and just simplify out. So you find out that this s squared has cancelled this s squared. This minus 4s has cancelled this minus 4s. All you have left is this plus 3, and this minus, this negative affecting this positive 4. So you're going to be having positive 3 minus 4. What do you think you're having? That's minus 1. That's a negative 1. So how my factors are out. Then inside my square bracket, I just have a negative 1. Everything in this square bracket is a negative 1. This is a negative now multiplying everything here in this vector. Please, I'm sorry for this sign coming up. It's the sign from my slide. So this negative now, this is just minus 1 multiplying everything there. So it's like saying a negative sign multiplying all these two factors. So The negative moves forward there. Sorry for that confusion. The negative moves forward there. I believe you can see that movement down your screen. So the negative moves forward. Okay? Because 1 will be of no effect. Then you have you're greater than 0. Okay? I believe that is understood. Okay, let's move on, and we ended here on the last slide, and dealing with this negative sign. I'll need to get rid of this negative sign. That is, I need to divide both sides by negative. Okay, so dividing both sides by negative means that this negative will leave this place and come here. So if it comes here, then this sign will be affected. Okay, this sign will be affected. I will have explained that, but that's not my target in this video. Okay, so now I'm having a sign change to less than because the negative sign here is no longer there. Okay, that is inequality for you. You don't treat it like you treat equality sign. Okay, so with that done, let's do things like we are solving for quadratic equation now. Okay, we have 2 factors. You see yourselves having 2 factors equal to 0. So you can just say x minus 2 equals 0 and x minus 3 equals 0. Okay, make this less than sign, make it an equality sign. So just see yourself saying x minus 2 equals 0, x minus 3 equals 0. Okay, so you can say your x equals plus 2 and your x equals positive 3. X equals positive 2 and x equals positive 3. So with that done, you need to draw a graph. You need a graph like this. You need a graph like this. Okay, don't mind my 3D ruler. I'm just trying to put an x-axis across. So with that done, I'm having these 2 arrows indicating these 2 positions, the +2 position and the +3 position. Okay, these 2 values that I got, the +2 position and the +3 position. That's the essence of getting this +2 and +3. So with that done, I'm having 3 ranges of values. The first one is here. I'm going to be very slow here. The first range of value is values from +3 up here. Okay, now you want to believe that everything before this 3 should be less than 3. So everything after 3 should be greater than 3. So the values here are now going to be what? What do you think they're going to be? Now let's come here. The same thing here. This is another range of values. Every range of value here of x, they are less than +2. Okay? Every range of values here, they are less than +2. They are not up to 2. And I have the middle one. The middle one here is the range of values between +2 and +3. Don't worry, you understand. I start again. The values here are values of x that are greater than 3. Alright, just like I'm saying that every values of x here, trying to explain what I did now, every values of x here is greater than 3. So immediately after here, you'll be counting 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and so on. So they are greater than 3. That's why you have this here. Now every values of x here are just in between +2 and +3. And every values of x here are less than +2. Okay, so here, as this arrow goes, you'll be counting +1, 0, -1, -2, -3, and -4. Okay, so let's move on and let's see. Here 2 is less than x, and here x is less than 3. Okay, so it's just in between the range of +2 and +3. I believe I've not confused you. I believe so. So the values I'm having, I'm bringing them down here now. Here 2 is less than x and x is less than 3, and here x is greater than 3. Okay, now what are they? You make this tabulation. So for your rows, the first value here is x minus 2, and the second one is going to be x minus 3, and the third one is going to be the combination of the 2, x minus 2, x minus 3. Okay, now with that done, Let's complete our tabulation. So what are we going to do now? Okay, I believe you understand how we got all this. X is less than 2, 2 less than x less than 3, and here x is greater than 3. I just believe you understand. Now, what do I want to do here? Now, let's consider the range of values under x is less than 2. So what do you think are the values that falls under this range? Okay, so I told you that immediately you are leaving plus 2, you're coming to plus 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, and minus 3. So just pick any of those values, Huh? 1, 0, minus 1, minus 3. Use it in place of x here, then minus 2. What do you have? Do you have a positive or a negative value? Think well before you talk. Just pick, probably, maybe you're picking 0 or any of them. Just pick 0, and you're now saying 0 here minus 2. What is your answer? The answer is going to be a negative. So that's why you're seeing negative coming up here. So pick any of these and use it in place of s. You're actually going to be having a negative. So that's why you must understand what I'm doing here. Okay? Now coming to the second row here. Pick any of this value as well. Minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, and 1. Pick any of them. Use any of them in place of x here. So let's say 0 again. Minus 3. What do you still have? I think it's still a negative. 0 minus 3 is a negative. So I'm having negative, negative. So if that is the case, then negative multiplied by negative. What do you have? Negative by negative, you have a positive. And that is what forms the answer here for the third row. I believe I've not confused you. No, you shouldn't be confused. Alright, let's leave. We are done with this. And let's come here now. The range of values between plus 2 and plus 3. We are dealing with this now. So what do you think should be the range of values between plus 2 and plus 3? You can have 2.25, you can have 2.5, you can have 2.75 in between 2 and 3. Okay? So pick any of them. Pick any of these values and use it in place of x here. So maybe I'm saying 2.5 now. Okay? So 2.5 minus 2. Is that a positive or a negative value? 2.5 minus 2. What do you have? I think you have a positive half. Okay? You have a positive half. So, you have a positive value. You can use any of them, you're actually going to have a positive value. So, come down again, pick any of those values, use them here, maybe 2.75 minus 3. Do that subtraction, what do you have? 2.75 minus 3, what do you have? I think you have a negative 0.25. So that's why you're having a negative here. Okay? Then finally, you just need to multiply this positive by this negative. What do you have? You're having a negative. Okay? You're having a negative here. Now coming to this, we're done with this. We're done with that. Now coming to this last one, any value towards this direction, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Pick any of them here now and use it to replace x. Okay? Any of them, minus 2, you're going to have a positive value here. Alright? So please pick any of them again, minus 3. You're still having a positive value. So multiply positive by positive, what do you have? You're having a positive. You are having a positive value. So now that I am having a positive here, I'm having a negative here, and I'm having a positive here. So how am I going to decide my answer? Okay? I'm coming back here. Because this is the value I worked with. And which is this value? X minus 2, x minus 3. Now, my statement here means that this O value is less than 0. Look at this red sign. Shows that this O value is less than 0. So tell me, any value less than 0, is it going to be a positive or a negative? Of course, it's less than 0. So you don't expect it to be a positive. It is a negative. Okay? Yeah, it's a negative. So, and I'm only having one of these range of values falling for the negative sign, which is this. If I still have any other range of value that falls for the negative sign, it still belongs to that range of value that satisfy the values of S in that inequality. Okay? Within my answer, that is a range of X values that satisfy that inequality I'm working with. But these two, they don't, because they are positive. And here, this value is not a positive value, it is a negative value. But I did a lot of things to make it, to bring it where I brought it here. Okay? Now, this question is from Pure Mathematics Bondi. Okay? The details of the question page and the answer page is coming up on your screen right now. And you can check. I wouldn't know if you need a tutorial on this inequality work, on this inequality topic. I'll be very glad to come to your aid. I've not taught inequality actually, because I couldn't explain some basic rules of inequality, but I'm just here to show us how important factorization is in inequality. It's very important. Okay, so the factorization we did there is very germane. So without it, you can't get this work. You can't get this work. Okay, it is very crucial. You can get the work. It is very crucial. So I'm urging you, please go over the work again, learn it. It's not hard, and it will soon be your friend. I don't know, you may need a tutorial on this work. You can give me a call on this particular number or give a WhatsApp chat. I will surely respond to you. Till I come your way again, just keep having fun with your mathematics. Bye.